Hi, welcome back. I am Dr. Sharon Grossman. I'm a psychologist, coach, and speaker, and I specialize in helping people manage their burnout, which means really managing their stress. Now, one of the things that really leads to stress is interacting with other people. So today's question is really around, what are you choosing? Are you choosing rigidity or are you choosing relationships? Now, what do I mean by that? We all have our set of beliefs, and it's all about how do you let those guide you? Are they serving you? Where do they come from? Are they actually getting you closer to what you want or further away? Now, a lot of us maybe have grown up in certain religions, and those religions are very rigid. They have a lot of rules. And even if we didn't grow up with religion, we may have our own set of rigid rules that come in the form of shoulds, right? We might say to ourselves, oh, well, I really should do this or I shouldn't do that. And we may feel even guilty if we don't do the things that we believe that we should or shouldn't do. Now, what happens is when we are taking our set of beliefs and then we're interacting with another person, they have their own set of beliefs. And so it's really important to understand how our rules are governing our correspondence with the other person and how what they believe may also come into the mix and how to really negotiate the two, because that's really vital. So what you want to do is really get a hold of how are you making decisions? If, for example, so I had a client this morning who talked about how she really wanted to get married in the church, and her husband, who was getting divorced from his previous wife, hadn't gotten his annulment in time. And so her uncle, who happens to be very religious, decided that he wasn't coming to the wedding, he wasn't going to give them his blessing, and even though they went ahead and got married, not in the church but somewhere else, to this day, and it's been 10 years, he still doesn't really talk to her. So you have to ask yourself at some point, what is more important? Is the relationship with this person that I care about less important than this rule or this belief that maybe I hold? And recognize that these beliefs are things that we essentially think, and when we think them enough, we actually start to think that they're true and we believe them. And sometimes we have to really take a moment and take a step back and ask ourselves, is it really true? And is it really helpful for me to think about it in this way? Especially if it's... Sorry for that interruption. So if you are finding yourself in a lot of these kind of conflicts with relationships, one thing you might want to consider is taking a look at your belief system. And on the flip side, if it's coming from the other person, maybe get acquainted with what is their beliefs and talk to them about how that's affecting you. So a couple things to keep in mind. One is your own belief system and the choices that you make based on that and how that affects your relationships with other people. And then when you're coming from the other end of it and the other person has really strong beliefs and that's negatively affecting you and how you feel in the relationship, to maybe come towards them and let them know how you feel. Once again, I am Dr. Sharon Grossman. If you'd like more information about this and other topics, feel free to visit me on my Facebook page, which is Coaching by Sharing. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care.